True serum in your ear. No more lies, no fear. Tory bringing it clear. Good Trump shifting gears. Podcasts like them flames. Spitting truth, breaking chains. Welcome to Orlando, man. Real talk, no games. Truth serum, truth serum, truth serum. We living it, we bring it in. Truth serum, breaking all the lies again. From the streets to...
I want to welcome April and Joe to the show. I met them while I was down here in Orlando. One of the first people I met, actually. Two of the first people I met. I joined a group, went to a bowling alley. Y'all were there. A couple other people were there. Y'all got to see how horrible my bowling skills are.
I think you bowled better than I did that night.
I doubt it.
No, I think you did.
No, you were rocking the balls down the aisle. I remember that.
Oh, yeah. I was swinging them, but I wasn't hitting anything.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this big buff dude just rocking and throwing the joints down there, but...
Is that before or after the lane kept eating our bowling balls?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I know mines were, I don't know. I bowl like a grandmother, so I'm told. So, but no, I met y'all. I think this was in November.
Seems right.
And I came to the bowling alley. We had a ball. I've known y'all ever since. I met some other people down, but I haven't been as tight or as cool with them as I have with y'all. And it's about 2 or 3 others that I'm cool with, and that's about it. But come here to talk about y'all, okay? So y'all a couple.
Mm-hmm.
How long have y'all been together?
It'll be 2 years next month.
2 years. How did it happen? I mean, I know, but the people don't know.
You want to tell? You want me to?
Sure. We actually met from another singles group prior to the one we met in. Shit kind of went south with people and stuff got divided.
Usually does.
Yeah. So he actually started talking to somebody in the singles group, and they were like, "Oh, we're doing this adult magic show. You should come out. It'll be a good, icebreaker, I guess."
Right.
Because one of the other people has a lot of house parties, and she's kind of vigilant. Like, look, I got to meet you out in the wild first, before I can bring you back to my house. Because that's where my kids live.
That's true.
So he ended up going out with them, meeting a bunch of them, and there ended up being a house party. Funny enough, the next day.
I think it was a couple days later.
Yeah. So then, because he
Maybe
met
it
them
was
out and
next
about,
day.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Because you guys were talking about it.
Yeah, we went out on a Friday night, and then I think the house party was the next night on Saturday night.
Yeah. So I was already coming to the house party because I hadn't known these people a year prior.
Right.
Funny enough, I met them Friendsgiving the year before. So it's funny, November, I guess, is like that month.
The meat month. Yeah, the new meat month.
So I attended a Friendsgiving at their house, and when they do house parties a lot for major holidays and whatnot. So he showed up, and it was funny because all of us thought he was talking to this one chick, because that's how she was kind of putting it out there. Like, I brought Joe, and he came to this magic show, and stuff, whatever. And so we were like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, okay.
That was not the case.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
let's see. Yeah, there's 2 sides.
Yeah, it was definitely not the case.
So I remember being in the pool.
Yeah.
I think I got there before you, because I was there.
Yeah,
I was
I think
already
so.
in the
You
pool,
were in the pool when I got
and I
there.
was talking to said female and the owner of the house that I was at. And I remember you'd walked in, and everybody like lost their shit, and I was just like, "What? I don't get it."
We'll get the truth in a minute.
And I was like, I don't understand.
Right.
So I'm hearing, 2 sides to the story from these 2 females, like the one that had, brought him, like the one that met him at this magic show.
Right.
She's thinking she brought him to like get to know each other, and then these other females are all like, "Oh my God, Joe, like, your accent, say something," and I'm over here like, calm down. And so we were just in the kitchen.
Hold on, you were like, calm down.
to the chicks.
Oh, so you were claiming them a little bit already.
No,
Okay.
no,
I'm just saying.
Opposite of that. Yeah, it was opposite of that.
I don't know what it is about me. When anybody makes a big deal about something, like I immediately lose interest. Like I didn't watch Game of Thrones until season 6 because I was sick and tired of hearing people talk about it.
Yeah.
I was the Walking Dead. That was my shit. That was my jam. Day one.
Yeah. Me too.
So Game of Thrones, I was like, I don't want anything to do with it. Like
Yeah.
I don't even want to be part of this
Only I watched it.
bandwagon.
Yeah.
But it's good. I watched it.
I can't watch.
Yeah. So we're in the kitchen, you know, shooting the shit. I'm pouring myself a drink, and he sees my tattoo. He's like, "Oh, you're a Raiders fan," and I'm like, "This clown, why is he trying to talk to me?"
That Raider.
And I was just like, "Yeah," like, no, I lost the bet. And he sees the Roman numeral 2 on the back of my neck, and he was like, "Oh shit, you're a Gemini." I was like, "Yeah." And at the time, let me preface this: I was hanging out with someone super casual.
Right.
I had given up on dating. I had been on all the apps. I had been in that singles group for a while. I had met dumbass after dumbass after like. It's funny because I saw a post the other day and it was like, if you were to write your dating profile based on what you don't want, but
Right.
somehow you end up dating, what would it be? And reading these comments, I was like, this is gold. This is.
Oh my
this
goodness.
was me.
Well, funny enough, at the time, I was also talking to someone else, and I had just got out of an 11-year marriage.
Ooh.
Yeah, a really bad one at that. So,
Yeah.
We'll.
Yeah.
we can dive into that.
Yeah.
We'll finish with this first.
So I was just like, out of respect for this guy, that it was super casual, I was just like, dude, stop talking to me. Like, I'm not trying to hear it. But then, you know, as the night goes on, I realize he's cool. Like, as everybody started to
I wasn't trying to hit on
calm
her
the
or
fuck
anything.
down, I was just like, oh, he's actually kind of
conversation.
cool. Like, and, you know, he's a Raiders fan. I was like, from North Carolina. Like,
Yeah, I know. Weird enough, all the way across the country.
how does that happen?
Right.
So, funny enough, I had him that Monday off. He had that Monday off, and I was like, well, let's go hang out. Let's you know, let's come up with a game plan. You know, this was in May, so July was starting like preseason or whatever, and we were like, you know, we should come up. Like, I'm in this group. We watch the games together. It's like this big, huge deal. There's like 50 of us. We show up and we show out. So we ended up meeting up for that Monday, and I kind of kidnapped him all day long. Like, we went, we had lunch, and we went and picked up my kid from school, and we just, he's just unloading all the crap that was going on, like, you know, with his now ex-wife and just what they were going through. And I was just like, oh my God, like, I went through that just 3 years ago, and I'm out of it. Like, I have my own business, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm thriving. And so, I don't know, a part of me was just like, I know what he needs.
Right.
I know what I needed when I got out of a horrible relationship.
Right,
that
right.
was, you know, not as bad, but different. But mine was abusive. Mine was verbally, physically, sexually, like,
Mine was just
emotionally,
emotional.
financially.
Yeah.
Like, he would berate me in public. If my eye wandered down aisle 5 looking for some Cheetos and there was a dude in that aisle, I was checking him out. I was like projecting my phone number down the aisle to this guy. Like, you know,
Wow.
like, this guy was nuts. So I was just like, whoa, been there, done that. Like, I
Yeah.
know you need a friend. You need somebody to get you off the couch, out of the house, because I just wanted to be in bed
Yeah.
for like
And
6
that
months.
was way more true than she even knew, because the entire 11 years that I was married, I never went out and did anything.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we had kids together,
Right.
and she was always gone. She was out doing drugs, just flat out say it. She was a junkie.
Wow.
And I was blinded to it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to see it. And so I'm sitting at home with the kids while she's out doing her thing. And literally for 11 years, I never did anything. So, yeah, I mean, I needed to be, in a lack of a better way of saying it, forced out of the house to do something, to be social again.
Yeah, so it kind of became a game. I'm like, have you ever been to a soccer game? He's like, no, I'm gonna pop that cherry.
Yep.
And it was like, have you ever been
Took a
to...
lot of cherries,
Yeah,
too.
so it kind of became like this fun game. I'm like, what can I do? What can I think of to get this man out of the house?
Yeah.
So we were like attached at the hip, but it was platonic for both of our ends. I saw a broken wing or whatever, I don't know, the empath in me. And I knew it needed to be done, because I was like, I knew what I needed. Nobody provided that for me. Like, when I left my relationship finally, I had broken, like, I had burned bridges with family, friends, everybody to make that man happy.
How long were you with him?
My ex-husband?
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Okay. And so you see him, he's broken.
Yeah.
But you're broken too.
Right.
So it's like,
It's beneficial to both of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind
Yeah.
of.
I can hear, because for the longest time I was like, you are so stupid. Like, you idiot. What the fuck was wrong with you?
Right.
Like, you took so much and you gave so much, and you, like, you know. So at the end, I hated myself.
Yeah.
I didn't trust myself. I didn't respect myself. My kids, like, they were like, ugh, mommy, like, you messed up. Like, you kept going back. You kept, you know, breaking promises with us because you say you were done. And then he'd give you that sob story of, I'll go to counseling. I'll go to church. I'll do, like, whatever I needed to hear.
Yeah.
And so, like, there'd be times I'm like, I'm done. You're right. He's bad for me. And then 2 weeks later, I'd get a phone call and he'd, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't come. I'm like, oh, he can't kill himself. I'll go back. So now my kids are just like, nah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
been there,
I
done
understand
that.
that.
Like, we don't, like, figure your life out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you two, I mean, things happen for a reason. Both of you were in, let's just say, fucked up situations.
Yeah.
And then you happen to meet her. She's broken and you're broken, and it's like, the shit is weird how things happen. Like, you can have two broken people come together and fix one another.
Right.
Still, it doesn't happen overnight. It's still things, I'm sure it's still things that haunt you from what happened in the past that affect some way. But the key is the relationship and the communication. The communication that y'all been through, is that helping? What y'all been through is kind of helping y'all now, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
The thing is I was 3 years out of mine, so
Right.
I was okay. He
Yeah.
was like 4 or 5 months out.
11 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's- yeah. I mean, the amount of time doesn't matter. It's what
Yeah.
you've been through.
I'm just saying it was
but
really
well,
fresh.
but for a
Like,
long time,
yeah.
11 years.
The thing that made it a little easier for me
Yeah.
was, even though I was still with her, I left that marriage years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I gave up on her, and basically I just kept her around because I grew up in a broken home.
Yeah.
My father left when I was 3 years old, barely had anything to do with me until I was 13, and then even from then on, it still wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that for my kids.
Right.
I always heard that having a bad mom in your life is better than having no mom in your life. And I have daughters.
Yeah.
I've got one son, but for the most part, I got daughters. And
Daughters.
what do I know about raising girls? So it scared me. So I kept her around
Right.
mainly for that reason, because
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. I got all these girls living with me, and I have no clue what I'm supposed to do.
You're
so.
knowing, the way things were, you knowing that you would end up with them if something.
Right. I never had
how
any
she
concern
was,
about that. I always knew no matter what, they were going to be with me. I mean, my girls adore me. They don't give a crap about their mom. They don't ask about her. They don't miss her.
Right.
They're like, for all they care, she doesn't even exist anymore. So, it hurts me to know that, but it also makes me feel good to know that, because I know that I've been a good father. I know that they'll always love me, and they'll always look up to me, and even when we butt heads, they'll always have that level of respect for me, because I've never turned my back on them.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened with me and my daughter. Me and her mom. It's a little different. I blame me for that shit. Her mom wasn't no angel, but I got married too young. I married her only because she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And at the time, growing up, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. And at the time, the worst thing you can do is have a kid out of wedlock.
Yep.
Oh, you had a kid? Oh my God, that's the end of the world. So I was like, let me go ahead and marry this girl. We went to the Justice of the Peace, got married.
The whole reason I married my ex-wife is because we already had a daughter together. We had an 8-year-old daughter who didn't know I was her father. Unforeseen circumstances. Took me out of the picture for a little while, and when I was gone, she vanished.
She ran, wow.
And then when I came back around, I tried to get a hold of her and be a part of my daughter's life, and I'd get a hold of her every couple of years, and oh yeah, we'll meet up, and then she'd stop answering. So finally, she shows up at my door one night, and I saw my chance. So I was like, look, if you don't have anywhere to stay, you and Nevaeh move in with me.
Right.
And then in order to keep my daughter around, I was like, well, let's get married.
Yeah.
And we did the same thing. We went down to the courthouse and eloped.
And it's the one thing I nailed in my daughter's head. I didn't tell her I didn't love your mother, but I was like, never marry unless you love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or don't, at least, it's got to be
I'd give
love.
that advice to anybody.
Yeah. Looking back on it now. Now I understand what our parents were for. They referred to tell us and fix us from some of the mistakes they did,
Yeah.
But how do you think the two of y'all being broken and coming together has helped the relationship?
In my experience, it's allowed me to look for the things that I didn't want. To know what's gonna drive me crazy, like make me be the person that I don't want to be.
Right.
So the red flags, basically, look for those and stay away. And I can't say I've seen any red flags with her. And it's not because I'm blinded by
Right,
anything.
right.
It's because she's done nothing.
How rose-colored
It's because she's been great to me.
That's good.
She's been great for me.
When I see you two together, and this is honest to God truth, it's like fun. Just looking at y'all, I see fun with y'all two.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna
You know?
say, most of us go on a dating site, right?
Mm-hmm.
We meet someone out in the wild or whatever, and it's like, all right, we're gonna date, and we're gonna see
Right.
how it goes. With him and I, because I was like, nah, I want to be a friend. I want to be his rock. When he
Right.
can call me when he's having a shit day, when he starts thinking of her, when he, when because she was messaging him still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, please, 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 please. Like, I didn't want him to have a moment of weakness, and a
Right.
moment of weakness, call me. Because
Yeah.
he tried it. Like, they were together, then they separated, and then court orders were happening, and, he tried to get away, and, she would kind of
Yeah, I had a
worm her way
restraining
back.
order against her at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just like, I know what you need. I know what I needed, and I think I could figure you out. So what was it, May, June, July, August.
August, yeah.
So for 4 months, 3.5, 4 months, we hung out strictly platonic, going to soccer games, football
Wow.
games. We shared a hotel room with my son
In Miami.
in Miami. Was it a preseason game?
I know that temptation was killing you.
So he was in one bed, and me and my son were in a bed. So
Right.
nothing was gonna happen. My child
Right.
was
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah.
and we had 3 or 4 other rooms with friends there.
Yeah.
So my roommate fell
Yeah.
through.
Right.
I don't know what happened to her last minute, but she could. Oh, I think her daughter had a baby. Something happened where she's like, I can't go, and I was like, well, I can't afford this room all by
Right.
myself, and the game, and the food, and tailgating, and whatever. And so he was like, well, I want to go. I've never seen.
Yeah, I've
a
never
Raiders
been to a
game. I've
Raiders
never been
game
to a
before
Raiders
that.
game.
Yeah.
He's been a Raiders fan since he could
86.
breathe, like,
86.
yeah.
And that's growing up in a family that had a cousin who played for the Redskins.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, your family don't come around them football season.
Well,
Oh yeah.
so when my grandmother died, we lost contact with that whole side of the family. So
Okay.
I don't have to hear anything from them.
No.
Yeah.
Now, well, for a little while, my mom's side of the family was all Panthers fans, but now because of the whole kneeling during the national anthem thing,
Yeah.
they don't even watch football anymore.
Hey, some people never came back after that.
So anyways, being just friends,
Yeah.
he's airing his dirty laundry.
Right.
The shit that he's done, the bad, the good, I was a bad kid, and I was a shit to my mom, I dated this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, shit, if you're gonna bear your soul, then I'll bear mine. So we went in and was just like,
Yeah.
this is everything in it. Nobody does that. Everybody puts their best foot
No.
forward, right? They show up to the date, they're sitting up straight.
It's like a
They're
job
eating-
interview.
They're
Yeah.
eating salads.
Exactly.
Whereas him and I was just like, look,
You come
I've
in-
been ugly. I can be ugly. I've been through this. I've done this.
Right.
I've caused this. And we're
Right.
like, oh, okay.
That's what I'm see.
So that's why.
That's
I trust him with my life.
And y'all were
because
friends.
we went in as friends first. And it's funny because all of our other friends were like, "Psst, we're like, what? No, we don't like each other.
y'all were hiding.
Yeah, all of
It
them
is-
saw it before.
no,
They all
no.
saw it before we did.
We didn't see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We
Yeah.
didn't look at each other in
It
that
was
light
like,
at
I
all.
guess Monica
Like,
and Chandler, everyone else
Right.
knew, but yeah, so it's doing stuff together,
Yeah.
airing all of our dirty laundry, I've cheated, he's cheated, I've done this, I've broken people's, I've lied,
Right.
I've been arrested, I've, whatever.
Yeah.
No one says that, people should take shit to the grave, where we were just it was almost like a battle, well, yeah, I've done this, yeah,
I want to outbad you.
I will outbad you.
just for the record, I won that contest.
I was a good kid.
I was not a good kid at all.
Hey, look, that's what's missing today. Nobody takes the time to get to
Yeah.
know each
Yeah.
other. Everybody wants a ready-made husband, a ready-made wife,
Yeah.
It's when I see you, you better be ready to
They
get
want the
married.
work to already be done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody takes the time.
Relationships, it doesn't happen like that.
Or
You have to
people
work.
put fake selves forward.
Right. Well, social media has done that.
Oh,
for us.
God.
Yeah, social media has absolutely done that for us.
Social media is the absolute worst. I get on social media for 3 reasons. I'll say to post funny shit and laugh, to promote shit, and every now and then I'll put up, if I'm feeling a certain way, I'll put up a quote or something that I feel good. But other than that, I don't take shit people
Well, you've
say.
seen my social media presence.
he-
Oh, you don't have one. You know?
Everything on his page is me tagging
Yeah,
him.
you don't
Well, I
have
posted
one.
some.
We're here, we're doing
reposted something today, but it was talking about
that's a shocker.
right.
It was, oh, you did?
Yeah, it was something like it was something talking about how we don't make enough money.
Been hacked.
Right. I'd have been like, wait a minute.
Joe, you hacked?
Look, and you know how they come, your timeline is not in chronological order anymore. It's by whatever they call that shit.
Yeah, I feel like it's by like hit or
hits or something. So yours didn't come on my timeline because you never post shit. So
never posted anything.
You got to go to your page to see the shit.
Right.
You know.
Well, you know the sad thing about it is like I keep my social media presence at such a minimal that like you have to be a friend of mine to even see anything that I post, to look at my pictures, to see any information about. I don't put it out there for just anybody to see. I don't like social media. I don't do social media. And when I get on Facebook, the only thing I do is I scroll through and laugh at what everybody else posts.
Right.
And I've got a very small group of friends on there too. I think I got 100 and something friends on there. And like, I've only got a select few that actually come through my feed, and that's all they do is just post funny shit. Like one of my boys back in North Carolina, Eddie, I'm showing her stuff that he posts all the time. He just posts the most off-the-wall, hilarious stuff.
I post that on my gram. My gram is for my nasty.
I don't even have an Instagram.
See, you like F social. My boy Maurice, he's coming. Two of my best friends, my two best friends, I've known him for 30 plus years, are coming down the end of this month because he's celebrating his birthday. My birthday's next month. So two of them are coming down. One of them has been on Facebook since 2010.
Oh, that's gonna make me another drink here.
2010, he's been on Facebook. We're gonna take a break in a minute. He's been on Facebook since 2010, and you can tell it's different when you're not on social media.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what it is different, but yeah, social media kills relationships. Mm-hmm. I had an ex who, every time a chick would come through and love one of my posts, or back in the day, Instagram. I don't know if you remember. Back in the day, I know you don't because you're not.
No, I don't.
But back in the day, Instagram had this thing where you can go and see what somebody was liking.
What happened to that?
They got rid of it
Because
because it was a privacy. It was a privacy concern, so they got rid of it.
Yeah.
That shit broke up a relationship of mine.
Oh, I bet it did.
It broke it up. I'm like, it's just hearts. I'm like, I love the post, you know. Knowing me, I was low key flirting. I ain't know bullshit, you know. I was low key, but she was like, no, why are you putting hearts? That shit broke people up. MySpace broke people up.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you how MySpace broke people up. I know you know. MySpace had a top 5.
Oh yeah.
So if you were in a relationship with somebody, you had to put her as number 1. She got on my nerves. I would slide her back to number 3, right? Get on, you know.
Why ain't I your number 1?
Immediately we get a phone
because
call.
Tom's my number 1, all right?
I don't know. It did it by itself. Oh, damn lie. It didn't do it by itself. But no, y'all. So that's good, man. That communication and starting out as friends is important, and we don't see that today. Mm-hmm. Somebody will put you in a friend zone. Or he's too nice of a guy, or he's too much of an asshole, or he's this or that. And like, why don't you get to know him or her and take the time? And when you don't have as much as Lord and have mercy, as much as I love sex, let's not get it twisted. But if that's not at the forefront of who you're with, you get to know them better. Because if you're, let's be honest, sex is a temporary pleasure. You can't have sex 24 hours a day. Right. If you can, you know.
You got to go outside and breathe every now and then.
Yeah.
Can I enjoy you outside of the bedroom? Are you funny?
Well, I mean, I feel like that's what a lot of people do base their relationship on is what goes on in the bedroom. And, you know, the bedroom is a small part of the life, or at least it should be. Yeah. Well, I mean, nowadays, a lot of people spend more time in their bedroom than anywhere else. We were guilty of that for a while. Like, even, you know, aside the sex aspect, like, we laid in our bed a lot and watched TV.
That's magnificent.
Yeah, it is. It is. But we had to break that. Now we stay out in the living room and watch TV. We sit up and watch TV, whereas before it was laying down in the bed. And, you know,
that's because you've had the motorcycle accident and something happened with your
I went down and tore my rotator cuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
yeah.
Wow.
Sitting up kind of sucked for you.
It did.
Laying down.
It did. I mean, everything kind of sucked for me at that time. Like, just moving in general, like, torn rotator cuff is not fun. It's not the worst that I've been through. Well, when I was in a car wreck in 2002, and I destroyed the entire left side of my body. I tore my ACL, I bruised my hip, I broke 3 ribs, fractured my collarbone. I had air and fluid built up around my lungs. I had a bruise on the inside of my throat the size of a softball, cracked my spine, and damaged my left eye.
How are you still walking, bro?
It's a miracle that I am
He
because
was in his 20s, so he was able to bounce back.
I was 22 at the time.
That shit happens now. It's a wrap.
Well, I mean, to make matters worse, I still have a broken collarbone.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I walked out of the hospital, I was in there for 2.5 weeks. They put me in a sling. They put me in a neck brace. I said, well, when can I leave? They said, well, you're stable, so we can't hold you here. I was like, all right, well, I'm going. Got up, walked out of the hospital, sling came off, neck brace came off. Next day, I'm helping a friend move furniture.
Oh, wow. That's that youthful.
Yes, it is.
Ignorance.
That's that I'm invincible.
Yeah,
That's that I'm invincible mode. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, look, we're going to take a quick break. Don't touch that dial. We got an event coming up. Check it out.
Washington, D.C., 2004 to 2009. An indie wrestling group made headwaves in D.C., Maryland, and Delaware. It was called Zero Underground.
And now it officially returns, this time in Orlando, Florida. Zero Underground returns spring 2025. And now, back to Truth Serum.
Man, well, we are back, and we were talking about dinosaurs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave that in there, that dinosaur talk, because that's some good shit. But man, so no, we on to Florida. You've been here your whole life, right?
Since I was 7.
Where were you before that?
California.
Oh, so you're a Cali girl.
Cali girl.
I mean, am I though?
I mean,
When I was 7.
I've
been here since
You're
third
still a
grade.
Cali girl.
Yeah.
you are originally from Cali.
You know
right?
what the Beach Boys
What
said?
part of Cali?
I wish they could all be California girls.
Yeah.
There you go.
Los Angeles is like the big city, but Simi Valley is where I was born.
Wow. So what made your folks move to Florida? I'm guessing they moved to Florida. Or?
Yeah.
Well,
My
and
mom and dad, yeah, I have no idea. I mean, my dad always was doing all sorts of stuff for business ventures. He was he's an army vet, so he had like a lot of army surplus stuff. So I don't know if maybe California just wasn't doing it for him, and Florida was like a bigger, because Florida had we have a lot of the VAs and the army bases.
Right.
There's one in Jacksonville, and there was one here in Orlando.
Okay.
Actually, in Winter Park, right outside of Baldwin Park, but that one got shut down. But I think he just came maybe more for business, and my mom just kind of got dragged along.
Florida's always been business friendly.
Yeah.
Always. So you've been here since you were 7. When y'all came, did you come to Orlando, or were y'all another part of Florida?
Not Orlando. I mean, virtually, yeah.
Okay.
Winter Springs is where we lived for a while. Kind of bounced around.
All right. So you're. No, I would say you're a Floridian. Yeah, I mean, of course you're a Floridian, but I would still call you a Cali girl. I would.
I haven't been back
You got a
since
Cali girl.
2006.
For real? Did you
Yeah.
play LL Cool J song when you went back? Going back to Cali?
Going back to
You
Cali.
went,
I was
yeah.
home for a funeral.
Oh.
My grandmother had just passed.
Play pop song.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, there you go.
Dear Mama, because she was
Dear-
probably more of a mom to me growing up when I was little.
I heard
I
that
used to
song
spend a lot of
today.
time.
What, Dear Mama? Yeah, I love Tupac.
I played that song for my mom one time.
You know what? This is a whole
And like
other-
Pac, I didn't have the greatest mom.
Right. Yeah, man. It's funny because Tupac also almost caused me to break up a relationship. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Leave it to Tupac.
I don't know what it is, because I used to love this. This is why I'm not in a relationship now, and I'm taking my sweet ass time, because I'm dating for purpose now. You know what I'm saying? But because I had a lot of petty endings to relationships, and I don't know if it's me. I gotta check my. It ain't.
I think I may have the most petty ending to a relationship, but I'll let you tell yours.
Because I want to hear this and see, because I've had relationships break up over social media. I had relationships break up over a song by Tupac called Temptations. And I used to love the song, and she used to think, you playing that
You
song all the
identify with the
time.
song a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
What are
what's
you?
going on here?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Why
Like
you like that song
right.
so much?
So I posted on social media one day, and she was like, "Oh, really? You trying to what's the word?
Business
Subliminal? You trying to send somebody a subliminal message and all that?" I said, "You know what? This is ridiculous. A song, likes and all that." I said, "You got that's a wrap,
Yeah,
you
that's
know."
a little-
So yeah, but Tupac's my man. But you had a petty ending too.
I did. A girl that we ended up staying friends, which is kind of shocking because of how I did. But I literally broke up with her because it was the 4th of July, Independence Day, and I said, "It's Independence Day. I feel like I should be independent."
Are you serious? Was you high? Was you drunk?
Probably. I probably was.
That was probably in his asshole days.
It was. In my early
Hold on,
20s,
bro.
up to my mid 20s, I was an asshole.
Hold on. Follow the play. Flag. Hold
Told
on.
you it was petty.
Yo, that's beyond petty, yo. That's just evil, yo. She didn't do nothing wrong. She was cool.
She never once did it. Even after that, like we had a friends with benefits relationship for 7 years.
Yeah.
We dated for like 3 months of those 7 years, and it was the first 3 months of those 7 years. And yeah,
Do you know what you did to this
Oh,
woman?
yeah, no.
She probably hates July 4th now.
she's not the only one either.
You did
Oh
somebody
no,
else on July
she
4th?
definitely hated July 4th because there was some other bad, and she had told me about this before I broke up with her too. She had already told me that she hated the 4th of July
Yo, I can't.
because of all this bad stuff that happened to her previous years on the 4th of July. And don't ask me why I felt compelled to do this. But me back then,
Yeah.
I was the epitome of a little fucking knucklehead.
Wow,
Yeah, like
bro.
I was a bad kid.
I'm glad I learned this now at my age, because if I had if you were your age and you told me and I was in my 20s, I would probably just try to do that shit just
Yeah,
because,
right.
like, oh shit, I should
I
do
gotta
that
one up
shit
this
too.
motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm gonna break up with her on Christmas Eve or some
see
shit.
you
You know
will break
what
up
I'm
before
saying?
this
No, I'll
July.
break up
I'm
with
breaking up on Valentine's.
No, Valentine's Eve, I'm gonna break up with them. Like that, boom, there you go.
Well,
you know?
to make matters worse, with this same girl, I ended up cheating on a girlfriend of mine a couple years later with that girl on Valentine's Day. Yeah. And like I said, I was not a good person in my young 20s.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of hell to pay, bro. That's
oh,
That's
July
why he's got
4th.
so many girls.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
It
what?
came back on me.
You know what?
And now I have to teach them not to let guys do things like this to them. See,
Bro.
that is the hell that I got put through.
When, as a man and you have a girl, I talk to my daughter. I said, make sure you don't do because I know.
Yeah, exactly. I know what guys. I know how guys think.
yeah,
I know what they're
know.
trying to do.
And
Every time my daughter's 11 years old. She ain't thinking about boys at the moment. She is, but you know,
Of course,
she's
she
not.
won't tell, yeah.
But every time I hear her talking to one of her little school
Yeah.
friends, I'm like, oh, I got to go beat his ass.
right.
No, I mean literally every single time.
Every time.
Day before yesterday, I walk in the house and she's sitting on the couch playing Roblox or what is that Roblox? I think it's
think so,
Roblox
yeah.
that she's playing.
Okay.
And she's on the phone with one of her little guy friends from school, and I've met the kid.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he's a decent kid and all, but you know, and she's not interested in him at all.
Uh-oh.
But as she's sitting there talking to him,
Friend-zoned.
she's got him on speakerphone, and I'm like, oh, I got to go over there and beat his ass.
And you knew it.
And
you said,
I absolutely
See,
knew.
that's what I'm talking about. That's some good dad shit. Dads out there, do that shit on purpose.
Hey, and her little school friends all have. She's come home and asked me, or told me, she said, so and so asked me today if you were in a gang. It's like,
Like,
why
hell
the hell
yeah.
do they think I'm in a gang? Well, I mean, you know, I'm talking to my daughter,
Yo,
not
yeah,
one of
yeah.
them. So
Yeah.
I'm like, why do they think I'm in a gang? She's like, because you got all these tattoos and stuff. I'm like, so?
Yeah.
And then she says, well, they also asked if you sell cocaine. I said, why?
What?
Do they want some?
Right, what's going on? What do they know about? What did they worry
She
about?
was in the
cocaine?
5th grade. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are your friends asking about cocaine?
Yo, let me.
Oh, by the way, no, I do not sell cocaine.
No
In case
cocaine.
anybody's wondering, I do not sell cocaine.
There was a recent thing about a DC drug cartel that came down in Orlando, got arrested and
I
and
know
all that.
nothing about that.
I know nothing about that. Nobody, I found out about it on Fox News.
I'm
like,
just now finding out about it.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the
it
first
was-
I've heard about it.
it was like, wait a minute. Then I get a call. I'm like, did you hear Fox News?
Hey, but supposedly supposedly, if we go hang out at the beach, we might get some kilos washed up on the beach. Evidently, that's been happening lately.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo.
And the way the economy is, I'm just saying, I could use a little extra money.
Hey, you know, these just jokes, folks.
Just jokes.
Just jokes. Just jokes. It's all it is. It's all it is. All it is. But no, the daughter thing, I had to institute fear into my daughter because let me just put out there, 98, 99, and 2000, I was a hoe.
Same here.
You know what I'm saying? We can't put that label only on women.
No, it
know
doesn't
what
apply to men.
Yeah.
The problem with that label and being applied to men is with men, it's like a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know, they put a woman down when she has that label, but when a man has that label, it's like, yeah, you go, dog.
Yeah, go ahead, dog. So who is she? You smashed her?
Which, I mean, you know, double standard, I think, is crap. Like, a man should be looked at the same way a woman should.
I think so.
And now, if you asked me that when 98, 99, 2000, I'd been like, nah.
Oh,
women
bro.
are hoes when they do that. Guys are just the shit.
I was a supreme alpha male up until probably 35. I'm not a beta now. But I've mellowed and I've learned how to listen, communicate before I just jump to a fucking conclusion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I know we having the father talk now. We got deep into it. But no.
Oh.
Petty relationship number. Well, we're good. Now, fix that.
Still got it.
Well, this is it's enough light. Really.
Technical difficulty.
So y'all probably didn't even notice that, did you? But no.
Except for all of us.
right, like no. But no, petty reason number 2, and then we'll go on to something else that I broke up with someone. So I guess it's a petty reason. So me and my ex, this is before the last ex, we went to this thing called Taboo in Maryland, Taboo Swingers Club.
I was about to say it sounds like a swingers club.
We went there. We were curious. We like, let's just try this out. So we got into it, and then we started having threesomes at her house. This one girl, I was so dumb. She did things, and I broke up with my girl and got with her. It was petty. The details are kind of sketchy because it was a lot.
How old were you at the time?
I was old enough to know. I was, let me see, 31, 32. This is like 2009.
Yeah, you were probably a little bit past the age where you should be doing stuff like that.
It was more experimental, but this chick, we did it. We got together 2 or 3 times, and then I literally, after they left, I broke up with my ex right then and there. And she was like, what?
I mean, at least she didn't drag it out, though.
No, but I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
I'm not saying you were right.
Right.
But it could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Could have run behind your back with it.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, you could have drug it on for 6 months, a year, and just been doing it behind her back.
Here's the funny thing. Me and her got back together. And I learned from my mistakes. And then, karma's a bitch. She broke up with me over something petty. So I'm like, I deserve it.
Yeah.
And after that part, I was like, I'm done with that shit. And that
But
was
see, I didn't get my return of karma in breakups. I got my return of karma of my shitty 11-year marriage.
There you go.
It all came back to me at once.
It somehow karma will come back to you when you least suspect it. So yeah, do you have any petty breakup relationships?
Not that I can think of. My relationships have been really long. Like,
women.
I got married for the first time when I was 20, and we ended up splitting up like 9 years later. And then my second relationship was Christian's father.
Yeah.
We were together, I think the same, like 9 years.
Y'all didn't get married quickly though either.
No,
did you?
we were together for years because I was like, ugh, I don't want to get married again. Like, what's the point? Like, my first marriage didn't work out. He lied, he cheated. So, like, let's not put it in the government's hands. But then we ended up having Christian, and I started going to church and trying to, take a different route and kind of be better and stop walking around with a chip on my shoulder. And so when I started going to church, they started giving me a hard time. Oh, y'all live together? You're not married? Yeah, we also have a kid.
Right to the church.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So they were kind of pressuring me, like, well, I mean, are you going to kick him out, or does you sleep on the couch? Or I'm like, what? Like, this isn't even a Catholic church. This is non-denominational. What do you care? We'll pay for the marriage. Like, what? So yeah, after.
Wait a minute, how big of a marriage are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, I think they meant like same for you guys. Like,
Yeah.
we'll pay for the certificate, go down to the
Yeah, my
courthouse
marriage cost me $60
Yeah.
up front.
to get married.
But then
and how much
after
to get
that,
out.
it cost me 11
Way
years
more,
of my
yeah.
life.
That $60 kind of.
All these gray hairs.
Yeah. Hey, it was all brown before I got married.
Well, you think I just keep my shit shaved? You know, the grays that will pop up if I let this shit grow out. I'm like, yo.
Hey, I wear mine proudly.
I mean, you know, I would, but you know, I just.
Hey, when I started getting the gray hairs in my beard, my ex wanted me to dye my beard. I was like, what are you, fucking nuts?
Well, ladies love gray and like salt and pepper beard.
And see, that's still not fair because dudes can pull off salt and pepper and it's sexy. Women get it and we're old. Like it's like.
No, I think if done correctly, salt and pepper is sexy with a female too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
I think it is.
And just for the record, this is the longest my beard's been since me and her have been together.
See, I can't grow a beard
When
like
when I
that.
first met, he looked like a mountain man.
Did you never saw the pictures of me with my beard, did you?
No, I haven't. I
Oh my
haven't.
God, I'm gonna have to find these.
You go ahead, and we're gonna take one more break
Yeah.
while I put this light back up. Go ahead.
Are you new to Orlando and looking to meet friends and explore the city? Join the Orlando Newbie Singles Society. We're a fun and friendly group where newcomers can connect, attend exciting events, and build lasting friendships. Whether you're into local adventures, social gatherings, or just want to find your tribe in a new city, we're here for you. Don't navigate Orlando alone. Join us today and start making memories. Join the Orlando Newbie Singles Society on Facebook today.
All right, we're back, and I want to ask y'all something because we've all have something in common, and it's called marriage. So let me start with my feeling on marriage. I really don't want to do it again, and if I do, I've told my friends, if you see me marrying somebody again, she is one hell of a person because I don't really want to do it again.
Period.
Period. I'm going to stop. I'm gonna stop short of saying period. I'm gonna give it like a little this, and I don't want to. She almost got to be damn near perfect for me to do it. But if we could live our lives like Oprah and Stedman and have that kind of relationship, I would prefer that because so much shit happens today. The last thing you want to do is get married and then it's over. And then you gotta go through all this bullshit and all this paperwork and all these legalities and all of that.
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Why
So
is it so easy to get married, but so hard to get divorced?
That's a good question.
it's
You paid $60 to get married. How much did you pay to get out of
Oh
it?
my God.
I mean, I don't really need a number. I'm just
Oh yeah, okay, good, because I couldn't tell you.
curious.
Yeah, exactly.
right. So I think if I ever get married again, boy, you're gonna know. Okay, you don't even have to ask any question. You're gonna know that she's a fucking like yeah. How do y'all feel about marriage? You know.
I've been married more than once, and it's been a failure every time. So I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I don't want to put anything in the government's hands either. Like, if I'm happy with someone, yeah, it'd be great to have the same last name and, share this or whatever, but do you really need a piece of paper? Like,
No.
I wouldn't even mind, and I think a couple other people from the other singles group, we've talked about it, like,
Yeah.
just doing a ceremony, like a promise ceremony or something, like
Right.
I love this person in front of all my friends and family. I want to like show it to the world, but
Right.
I don't want to go to a courthouse and ruin it.
Put it legal. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, me and Ian, my youngest son's father, we were together 5 or 6 years before we got married. We weren't. I don't even think we celebrated our first anniversary.
Is there a common law rule
I don't
law
think
here in
has
Florida?
common law.
I don't think so.
I think
Okay.
the only state that still does common law is West Virginia.
Maryland does it.
Does it?
Yeah,
I think it's 7 years.
Yeah, that's what it is in
Yeah.
West
that's what I've
Virginia.
heard. I don't know if Florida
Wow.
honors that.
Well, I mean, how do you? Would you do it again, or how you feel?
So I always said that I wouldn't get married more than once in my life. I hate to stand by that, only because I feel like I knew going into my marriage that I was marrying the wrong one and for the wrong reasons. And I feel like I wasted that one time.
Right.
But in all reality, I feel the same way that she does about not wanting to put it in the government's hands. I would be just fine,
Right.
you know, just doing a ceremony with friends, not making it official. But the only thing that pulls me towards making it official, the tax breaks.
Shit. I forgot about that.
It's pretty big. That they have pretty good tax breaks.
Oh yeah, you get a nice income tax.
Yeah.
for being married.
Yes. And if
Shit,
you're gonna be
I have to
together,
rethink that.
Tori, you want to get married?
I think. Hey,
can we make this a throuple? Like,
Hey, look.
I mean, if you get a good tax break for 2, imagine
Imagine
what
the
you get
tax
for
break.
3.
I check the legalities in Florida.
Exactly.
You know,
You might have to go to those
We're
Mormon
Mormon.
states for
Oh
that.
yeah, I'll pass,
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
I'll pass on that. Yeah, ain't doing
Where we
that.
gotta go?
Well, but you know, I do like making it legit.
Yeah.
It only benefits monetarily. You know,
That's-
other than that, I'm happy with her.
Yeah.
I would be happy just spending the rest of my life with her and never having to walk down an aisle and say I do. But like I said, if we're gonna spend the rest of our lives together, we might as well get the benefits for it too.
That's true.
And the tax breaks are pretty
Because it
nominal.
would benefit not just, it would benefit the both. Of them.
Right. And I mean,
Yeah.
imagine like
But-
I get a decent tax check back most of the time just because of the kids.
I haven't got a decent tax, but
Well,
that's a whole nother.
I mean,
story.
I used to always claim 0 on my taxes too.
man.
So, you know, they took everything
Everything
out
out,
on me.
every check.
And then at the end of the year, I get all that back.
Yeah.
Plus what I get from my kids.
Yeah.
So it usually turned out to be, one year I got $11,000 back. Now, I was married at the time too.
There you go.
So I got
And you had
extra
kids.
benefit. Yeah, and I had kids.
And
so I
she
got,
wasn't working.
right, and she wasn't working. So we stayed in that low
yeah.
tax bracket. And, you know, we got every bit of the earned
Hey,
income
look,
tax
did
credit.
you come out with the fur coat in March when the income tax came out? The fur coat and the bling, like ding ding ding.
No,
ding,
but I
ding.
think I did
No,
have a
I
new
must-
video game system at the time.
There you go. There you
You know,
go.
like I said, I didn't leave the house, so I had to have things
Had to have
inside the house.
something. That's what I'm saying. Like, but no, I think the marriages, because I do believe in God. I'm not getting into politics of religion here, but I will say this: I do believe.
We've already
in
had our
God.
conversations.
Yeah,
about
we've
that.
had that. Yeah.
Alanis Morissette's God, right?
She who?
God.
Yeah,
Alanis
she's
Morissette?
God. You didn't know Alanis Morissette was God?
Didn't she have her stomach pump?
What?
What?
Is that the one who swallowed so much
That was
sperm
that-
that
what
she
was
That was Lil'
movie?
Kim.
I thought Alanis Morissette had her stomach pump because she swallowed so much sperm that they had to.
That was Lil' Kim.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no, it was
Oh,
Lil'
you,
Kim.
Lil Kim, who was that?
What?
I know Little Kim from the '90s.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know this.
Well, no,
fucking
yeah,
Lil' Kim.
whoever, this is an imposter.
This is. I don't know who this is.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant Lil' Kim, Lil' Kim. Like
That is who I
dirty
know.
rapper. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
know the
have
one
you
from the
seen her?
'90s.
No.
Yeah, she's not
She-
Lil' Kim anymore.
she looks like that.
She's plastic now.
Yeah, she's Little Plastic.
Yeah, she's completely
Yeah.
plastic now.
It's
But
No, there was a movie where Alanis Morissette
yeah,
played God.
the movie Dogma.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh God, it's such a great movie.
It's-
It's a Kevin Smith movie.
Oh,
So you know the
Lord.
same cast, Jay and Silent Bob are in it.
Yeah.
And then it's got Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in it. It's
All the
got Jason
Mallrats
Lee
people.
in it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jay and stuff. Yeah.
So good. It's got Chris Rock in it.
Chris
Rock's in it.
I
yeah.
have to see it.
Yeah.
now.
Oh, it's such a good.
Now I gotta
And when
see
it came out, huge controversy because
Oh, yeah.
of course it was a religion movie. Oh, George Carlin's in it too.
George Carlin.
Yeah, George
I definitely got to
Carlin.
see it now. I really got to see it now.
What's his name? Alan Rickman, the one that played Snape in Harry Potter.
Oh wow.
I don't remember.
I don't remember him being.
Yeah, he was Metatron, God's voice.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dogma. That's what it's
it's
called.
been a minute
it's
since
such a good.
I'm gonna watch
I've
that.
seen that movie probably 50 times. I used to own it on DVD.
That's gonna be my Sunday movie. Sunday movie.
You
thing.
absolutely need to watch it.
Okay.
You will love it. You will laugh your ass off. The movie is so good.
Man.
That's one of the best Kevin Smith movies, and I love Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
I've seen probably all of them. If not all of them, pretty close to all of them. Because I know
yeah.
I've seen Clerks 1 and 2. I've seen Dogma. I've seen Mallrats, Chasing Amy,
Yeah,
which I love
I can
Chasing
think of
Amy.
the
What's her name?
Chasing.
I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen it though.
Yeah, I used to have a big crush on Joey Lauren Adams.
I used to
Yeah.
think I used to go with. It's a weird crush. I thought I used to go with Sade. Sade.
Oh, yeah, Sade.
I thought she's my girlfriend.
Joey Lauren Adams is the one that was in Dazed and Confused that you couldn't stand her voice.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. And it's funny because in Chasing Amy, she actually sings a song.
Yeah.
And I downloaded that song after I heard it for the first time on LimeWire. You remember on LimeWire?
I remember LimeWire.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Just said my age right
Look,
there.
let me
didn't
tell
I?
you something. You kids got it so good today.
Oh God,
Yeah.
they have no idea.
Yeah.
Hey, look,
Amazon
I remember
Music,
the days
Spotify.
of calling into the DJ on the
Yeah,
radio
yeah.
and saying, "Can you play so and so?"
And then
then
sitting there
waiting,
waiting.
having to hit record and
record.
play.
Radio,
Yeah.
yes,
Oh yeah,
yes.
not just record. You had to hit record and play. You had to hit both of them.
I'm gonna show you. I ordered a radio off Amazon. It should be coming next week. It's an old school radio. It has a tape cassette, but it's also Bluetooth, so I can play shit
Yeah,
through my
yeah.
phone.
Nice.
But it's shaped like a boom box.
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
I'm saying I've ordered that junk. It's
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
So the next time y'all come, we go to the pool right here.
Nice.
So it's a wrap. I'm
definitely down.
We'll talk off air about that.
That's awesome.
But no, yeah, I think marriage is marriage to me is yeah, I think it's to each discretion. You know what I'm saying? I if I get married again, like I said, it's gonna be one special moment.
Is if Sade comes over?
Well, I mean, if you
Sade come, I'm getting married.
If you're getting married,
I don't
then
care
it
if she's
should be one
75.
special somebody anyway.
It should be. It
Yeah.
should be. You know.
And, I mean,
No, but I understand what he's saying. 'Cause
I do
you guys
too.
have both gotten married because, you know, you knocked
Yep.
up your girlfriend and that was the
Yeah.
right thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're married for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look,
I mean, it happens. It happens a lot.
Like we talked about the girls. I had my daughter, and then me and the previous ex, she got pregnant, and it was a girl, but she had a miscarriage. So I shoot nothing but girls. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I
What was
wanted.
the feeling on that? Oh, I
Look.
raised my hand. You couldn't see it on camera. Couldn't see it on camera. It was way over here. But yeah, I'm guilty of that too.
Like if God Himself came down to me today and said, "You will have a boy if you do this," I would have another kid.
Hey, 4 girls before I had a boy.
I don't. Yeah, see, I can't. No, I ain't doing. Hell nah. That costs money.
Yeah.
And look, and now the way these teenagers are today. Let me tell you something. I can't stand teenagers.
No.
I can't stand them.
She's getting the full effect of that right now.
Ooh, let me tell you something. They're so entitled.
Luckily, mine's a boy, though. Boys aren't so bad.
Boys aren't. No,
You're
boys
right.
aren't so bad.
Boys are
You know?
way easier than girls are.
way easier. Cause girls like to talk back.
Yeah.
They have.
My son's
you know,
13, and every now and then he'll, you know, try to snip at me.
That's
and I'm like,
normal,
boy.
yeah. Yeah, but I know you put him in his place.
Yeah.
Cause you look like you don't play.
No.
That's
His daughter's 11, and she's consistently like, slamming doors,
I know how to
talking
just
back,
ignore it
and
though.
yeah, that's how it was with my
Yeah,
daughter.
that
Yeah,
bothers
that's
me.
like,
Fires coming out of my ears, and I gotta walk away.
I
Hey, but
see
you know
my-
what?
Go to jail.
My daughter adores her though. She does.
Yeah, she doesn't pop off at me as much as she does him
Yeah,
because
she
she
does
knows.
at me.
Because fathers will take it. You know,
Yeah.
it's a girl. Now, if I had a boy, he popped off at me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm bucking up.
Yeah,
You're like,
you might
what
get hit in
bucking
the
up?
mouth if you do that.
It's gonna be, you know, by now, it's gonna be one of them. You know, like my father used to be like, what?
Hey, look, I
I'm like,
flat
oh,
out
shit.
said it already. When it comes to my boys, as soon as they get that age
Yeah.
where they're big enough to stand up to me, I'm gonna put them on their ass.
Yep,
Plain
you're
and
right.
simple.
You're
Plain
right.
and simple.
Because they will test you.
Oh, yeah.
They will
It's like
test you. You know.
Prison yard rules.
You're damn right it is.
You gotta play basketball.
You
gotta
better
play
come up in
basketball.
this piece with a shank.
Exactly. You gotta play basketball with your son. Let him take it out on the court on you. You know what I'm saying? Not going down.
Nah, I'm doing football.
Football. Oh,
Yeah, I'm going full contact.
tackle.
Full contact. That's right. No
Speaking of
flag.
football-
We ain't doing no flag. This ain't the Olympics.
I got a question. Speaking of football, you are Raiders fans. I kind of understand now why you're a Raiders fan. You're a Cali girl.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you become a Raiders fan?
I became a Raiders fan for the same reason that I spoke of earlier, because I was a bad kid. In the 80s, the Raiders were the bad boys of the
Ice
league.
Cube,
Well,
NWA.
no, this was way before that.
before
This
that.
was the years of John
Madden?
No, not well.
That's
Madden
before
was
our
coach.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matsuka. See,
Oh, no.
the
My Raiders history is not.
what's Lyle Alzado?
Alzado.
Yeah, you know
Yep.
the bad boys of the league, the ones who came out and they didn't care about the penalties. They were trying to hurt
Yeah.
people.
They were trying to kill.
Yeah,
they were trying to
throw a
run
flag
the
on me. He ain't getting up. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna make it worth it.
Right.
Those are not the Raiders of today.
Oh, and John Matsuka was the one who played Sloth in the Goonies.
Oh, I gotta watch.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
watched Goonies 100 times.
Yeah, so I mean, you know how big Sloth was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was a Raider.
He's like 6'4",
Oh,
6'5".
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, those were the days that got me started watching football. And, you know, I was a kid, so I didn't follow football all that close. I was too busy being a knucklehead,
Same.
playing outside.
I
and stuff.
saw, like we were talking about
Yeah.
Tupac. Biggie Smalls was rocking Raider stuff.
He was.
Yeah, yeah.
Dre,
All
all
of them.
Raiders fans.
Everybody
And I
wore
was like,
Raider
well,
stuff.
these are my guys. Like, you know, this is my music. Well,
Right.
now I gotta like the Raiders. And being from Cali. But no, I never really cared about football until maybe 2016.
Oh, you're a new football fan.
When I
Fairly.
really started
Fairly,
getting into
yeah.
it.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
But you know the basics. You're not the one that'll go to the game and be like, "What's that?
Yeah.
What happened?"
Right? No.
You know.
No.
Well, I mean, every
But when
now
I
and
first started
then.
watching it, because
Yeah.
that's why I didn't like it. I was like, why did he's falling? He just fell. He just busted his ass. Why is everybody cheering? And they're like, well, because he made
Well,
downs.
every
He
now
got
and
to
then, with
he got the
penalties
yardage
and
he was supposed
stuff.
to get. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, every now
But
and
he
then with
died.
penalties or stuff, she'll still ask
Yeah.
me, well, what happened?
Yeah,
there? And I've got a very good understanding of football.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
I follow it pretty closely. I really don't watch college, so the new guys, I
Man,
don't really
look.
know anything too much about.
Yeah, when it
but
comes to draft.
yeah.
I don't do college football, but I do play college football. This damn college football game.
Yeah.
In here, I know my neighbors probably
They hate you.
they hate me because I play the game. I broke one controller the other day. You know what I'm saying? I had to put that one on right there on the TV so I can make sure that that one is safe. But no, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. We play y'all week 2. Y'all come to Baltimore. We're gonna put a wager on that. We're gonna go
watch it together. and
We
see
gotta
who
watch it together.
struggles to the first one.
I gotta record some videos, some reactions on that. Especially at the end of the game. I want to record that reaction.
You know what would be great? If we could find somewhere to watch the game where we could do a live podcast
That would
while
be-
watching the game.
That would be great.
People don't want to see me watching football. It's scary.
I think we should do maybe cut-ins. We should do
Yeah,
because I want to
it's
enjoy the
awfully
game.
long.
Let's
Yeah,
enjoy the
and
game.
it's awfully long to
Yeah.
do a whole podcast.
Right,
So
that's
like 3.5
long.
hours.
I would like to.
That's like a
just-
Rogan podcast.
I love
literally.
Joe Rogan.
I do too.
We were
like-
listening to him on the way over here.
Adam Sandler. Yeah,
I love
he
Joe
just did
Rogan.
an episode with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I love
I do too. I mean, I like listening to his the ones where he does where he bring like experts on stuff.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
like listening to those, but I prefer the ones where he sits with his friends and talks. With
Yeah,
them.
those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one I enjoyed listening to, I think we listened to it on the way to Georgia one day. He had Terrence Howard.
Oh yeah. I don't.
Terrence-
Well, he's had him on there twice
Terrence
now.
Howard?
Yeah.
You listen to the second one with
Yeah,
me.
the second one.
Oh yeah.
Terrence
Terrence
Howard
Where they
was
had some
smart
guy
dude.
in
Deep.
there.
He is a
deep.
smart dude.
I had
deep.
no
I didn't
idea
think
how
he was.
smart he was.
I didn't either.
Like,
I didn't either.
He's
Matter of
a
fact,
deep dude.
I'm not even that big of a fan of his acting career.
I like it.
He does good stuff.
he's-
Like he was
he's a
really
good-
good at
he's
Crash.
decent, yeah.
I do like the fact that he is the one person who beat Ludacris's ass in 2 movies because he did it in Hustle and Flow and in Crash.
Yeah.
I mean, how often does that happen, right?
Hustle and Flow is one of my all-time favorites.
I wasn't a fan of Hustle and Flow, but I did love Crash. Crash was a really good movie. And no offense if Terrence Howard sees this, but I like the switch to Don Cheadle as War Machine. I did.
I was
Damn.
I did.
I was
I know.
sad.
Don Cheadle. No, I'm just the Kevin Hart joke. Damn. He told me 56. Like, damn. But no, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Okay, football.
Football.
Yeah.
Yes. See, now you love football. You're new. Now you're like a football junkie.
Yeah.
Do you play fantasy football?
No, he does.
I have.
You gotta join the
I don't
fantasy
feel
league.
like I'm that well versed because I know about the Raiders and I know about the Dolphins. I don't know. I couldn't pick people from other teams because I don't know them.
Being a Raiders
follow
fan
them.
kills me when it comes to fantasy football because I'm too much of a Raiders
You
fan.
want to pick all Raiders?
Okay, so I played 2 years ago, and I wouldn't have came in. I came in last, but I wouldn't have came in last if I hadn't got locked out of my account for 4 weeks straight.
Yeah.
I had switched phones and couldn't get back into my fantasy football account for 4 weeks.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
you were on top too.
And I was in first place when it happened,
So when you went
all the way
last,
back to the
all the
bottom.
way
Yeah.
up.
So then I
Shit.
just gave up.
Yeah, because he couldn't.
I
swap
think there
out
was only
his-
2 weeks left, so I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Yeah, I couldn't
whatever.
change my lineup, couldn't do anything. So yeah, it ruined me.
But yeah, all I would pick would be Raiders and Dolphins people.
Well, funny enough, I mean, I did have a lot of Raiders that year, but I had Devontae Adams, I had Hunter Renfrow, and this was the year Hunter Renfrow was putting up numbers.
Oh yeah. That was the Gruden year, right?
Yeah, his last
His
year.
last
yeah,
year,
his
yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yep. I had the Raiders defense, which did me okay. Yeah, it did me okay. It didn't do that bad. They didn't do that bad. But I had quite a few. I think I had Darren Waller. Like I had, and it wasn't the year that he was
His
out with
girlfriend
the,
made him retire, but that's a whole nother
his
story.
hamstring made him retire.
He made a whole rap video about his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he was already a giant by then, so I didn't care.
He made a whole.
He did.
Yeah, that must be that. Look.
Well, it was his wife at the time.
She
Yeah,
plays for the Aces, right?
No, she still plays for the Aces, but she's not his wife anymore. They got divorced.
It was something he fucked up. He fucked up.
Quick.
Yeah,
He fucked
yeah. It wasn't a very long
fucked up,
marriage.
yeah.
Which I mean, like.
That's the
Plain
thing
and
about
simple,
marriage.
I wasn't upset about us releasing Darren Waller because the last year that he played for us, he spent more time on the sidelines than he did on the field.
That's true.
And we don't need to be paying a player that much money to not play the game.
So
Plain
let me
and
ask
simple.
y'all.
Plain and simple.
Super Bowl picks. Now, be as objective as you can. Now, I know you want to pick the Raiders.
No, I don't.
If you
I don't
really
think-
feel they're going to
No,
pick them, but
we
if
don't
not,
have a quarterback that's going to take us to the Super Bowl.
you sure don't.
No, we don't.
You don't.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but we just signed Nathan Peterman today.
You
Yeah.
six interceptions in one game, Nathan Peterman?
Yeah, that guy.
Well, yeah, my condolences.
Yeah. Fortunately, he's not in the talks of being a starter.
I was about to say.
But
the fact that you signed him shows the desperation
yeah,
at
it
that
does. It
position.
shows the will. I mean, okay, so when we got to our third string quarterback,
Brown.
Brown
Yeah,
Jr.
he's trash. I'm sorry.
was
Brown
not
Jr.,
good.
who is that?
Exactly.
Not Dave Brown Jr.
No, I don't know. I don't even know his first name.
Oh my God.
All I know is that while we were watching the game this past Saturday, I think AOC's awareness is not very good, and Brown Jr. made him look like a superstar.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a 12-yard sack on the first play.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it didn't get any better from that.
That's crazy.
So
So your Super Bowl picks. And then we're gonna get your Super Bowl picks. No.
AFC is hard for me to say. I want to lean towards Baltimore. I like Lamar Jackson. There were
like him
talks
too.
about y'all getting rid of him, and I was like, yeah, if y'all get rid of him, we'll gladly take
But
him.
he got to go to the Super Bowl. He got to go to the Super Bowl this year. Super Bowl bust for him.
Chiefs being our rival aside, I was still rooting for y'all in that AFC Championship
you.
game
Thank
last
you.
year.
Thank you.
And the fact that Lamar Jackson caught his own pass, I'm still amazed by that. But that aside, NFC I think is pretty easy for me. I think 49ers are probably going to go back.
Okay.
AFC is a little more tough because I'm like a lot of these conspiracy theorists out there, and I feel like the league is just going to push the Chiefs on into the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Because, I'm sorry, the Chiefs were garbage last year. Offensively, they were shit last year.
They were. They had no receivers.
No, they didn't. They couldn't catch a ball.
They couldn't catch a cold.
Yeah, they were literally eating popcorn that was coated with butter
I could have went
before
on the
the
field
game.
and catch shit, but that's all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Chiefs 49ers?
I hope to God it's not Chiefs 49ers again. If I can't see the Raiders in the Super Bowl, which I don't think there's a whole lot of chance of that.
I don't think it's so.
I think we may make the playoffs.
I don't think so.
I think we may. I mean, I think our defense is good enough to do it. I think we could make the playoffs, and I even think we could win one.
Maybe a wild card.
Yeah, I think we could win
Listen,
one.
Antonio Pierce is a really, really good coach. He used to coach for the Giants. He used to.
No. He played
used
for
to
the
play
Giants.
for the
Yeah,
Giants.
he played for
and
the
he
Giants.
used to want to
He
play
won
for the
a
Raiders.
Super Bowl with the Giants.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind seeing the Dolphins go.
So, but your pick is the Chiefs and 49ers.
No. I'm never
No,
going to
he's
pick
saying
the
that he
Chiefs.
thinks that's the
I
NFL's
think, I think that's the NFL.
Which is
pick.
your
I feel
pick?
like it's
My
rigged.
pick. I think my pick. I think the Dolphins probably. I mean, given what they showed last year, not given what they have now, because we got to see if there's chemistry with the changes that they've made.
That's true.
But given what they showed last year, I think they have the talent to make the Super Bowl.
And their coach is amazing.
Their coach, I like Mike McDaniel.
McDaniel is-
Yeah, I like him. He's young.
He
He's
smoked weed.
clearly. Have you seen him on the sideline?
Players love him.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
They probably go smoke weed before the game. You know, Mike, he give him a little gram and like.
It's
they,
all right.
They
It's
get it
medicinal.
done.
It's okay. It's
They
medicinal.
all have
it's
their
medicinal.
cards.
Yeah, well, I've got my card. It's right.
Isn't it Florida? I think it's up for. I'm about to.
It is up for vote for recreational here in
And
Florida
it's
in
gonna
November,
pass.
and
It's gonna
anybody,
pass.
everybody should go out and vote for it.
vote because when it
Absolutely.
does,
Everybody's going to turn up for at least a couple months.
and I'm
At
not a
least
smoker,
couple months.
but
I smoke occasionally. I do. I
I
smoke
might
occasionally.
celebrate
Yeah,
you know.
Weed should be legal. Period.
I think it should.
It should
Yeah,
be
I think
legal.
it should.
Period. It's one of the lesser drugs out there, and I there's a bad stigmata about it, but. I've grown up around. I started smoking weed when I was 11 years old.
Let me ask you, because I will go. We
Oh,
will
no, it's
talk. That'll
fine.
be a whole nother hour. We talk about that. Trust me. So, what are your Super Bowl picks?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I want to see the games. A lot. There's been a lot of changes. A lot of the Dolphins got let go. Like Tyreek Hill went through some crap.
He's got a lot of off.
Yeah.
Tyreek's got a lot of off-field stuff though.
Yeah.
The Dolphins and the Raiders are playing. Y'all going to that game in Miami?
Not this year. We went last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we went the past 2 years because we played them in the preseason the year before.
Oh, okay.
We
We're going
went.
to Tampa
That's the
to see
one
the
where
Bucs.
we were talking about earlier, where we stayed in the hotel room together.
Gotcha.
That was a preseason game. Then we went to the actual game last year, which was very impressive because we had a team that was not playing well at all under Josh McDaniel, and that was the first game that Antonio Pierce took over, and we lost. But everybody thought it was going to be a blowout, and I think we lost by 3.
3, I think.
was
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it was 3.
Yeah, it was 3. It wasn't there.
Like, we're surrounded by Dolphins fans wearing Raiders gear, and they keep looking at us like, man, I'm kind of worried. Hey, y'all might take this, and we almost did. And
So y'all play in Tampa this year?
we are going to the Tampa game.
Regular season,
Yes, regular season. We played them in
Yeah.
December 8th, and we are going to
Yeah, I
that
already
game.
got tickets to that.
Yep,
I wouldn't mind going, but I just don't like driving to Tampa after my last experience.
ride with us.
Get
Get your ticket, ride with us,
I
man.
have
We're
to
playing
do
the
that.
Bucks though. It's Bucks.
Is it a Sunday or Monday night?
It's
or
a
what is
Sunday
it?
game. It's 1 o'clock game too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's
I might have to do
early.
that. I'll let you
Isn't
know.
it
I'll
one?
let you know.
Is it 1 or 4?
I don't. I think it's one.
Okay. So I'm doing something new here. Every time we end the show. So first of all, I want you to promote your business, your company, and what you do. And if anybody wants to contact you for anything for your company, just let them know how they can do that.
Sure. Yeah, I have a cleaning business of my own. It's April Fresh Cleaning. I service East Orlando, Winter Park areas, but I'll go to Claremont, Winter Garden. I've got people in Avalon Park. It's one.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock.
I've been doing it since October 2019. I actually took the leap. Funny enough, I was working full time at a copy center, making really good money,
Right.
and I got sick of it. Like copy center, it was taking a toll. I was becoming hateful and bitter. So I had 2 clients that I was cleaning for part time, and I was like, you know what? Forget this.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it. And then bam, November 2019, COVID starts. December, January, February, hits the fan.
Fucks up everything.
Yeah. So I mean, it's going strong. I do residential for the most part, but I've had offices that I've cleaned for. But I've got a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/April
April Fresh Clean.
April Fresh.
Didn't clean with a K.
Yeah.
That's your alarm going off.
It's 8 o'clock.
Oh,
I don't know my phone set. Right?
No, no.
Oh, I don't know my watch on.
I got it. I got it.
You good? You good? So what we're gonna do is no, you're fine. No, you're good. I'm not editing this shit out. This is staying in there. I want to do something new. I saw this. A friend of mine does this at the end of the show, so I want to do this with each of you. I want to start with you, April. Name what are 3 things that you are grateful for?
Oh, okay. Well, to piggyback, I am very grateful that I work for myself.
Okay.
I don't work for anybody else. I set my own hours, my own pay. I work when I want to. With kids in school, it makes my life so much easier. I can go to meet the teacher. I can go to my son's, concert that's in the middle of the school day, or volunteer or whatever. So I'm very, very grateful that I took that really scary leap 5 years ago and went out on my own.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for my clients that even through COVID, through everything, through, the economy and all that's been going on, that was still trusting me and wanting to, believe in me and put their homes in my hands. I mean, a lot of people, I've got their gate codes, door codes, alarm codes, keys to their house. It's really rewarding.
That's what's
So I'm
up.
very grateful. I'm grateful that I met Joe. I've gone through trash heap after trash heap, and the dating pool is definitely piston.
Yeah.
So
say
I'm
that
grateful
again.
that
I think it's been shitty.
he
Yeah.
kind of goes
Yeah.
with my ups and downs, my worries, my stresses, my happy times, my through sickness and health, bows without bows. And I'm grateful that my son is as resilient and strong and exceptional as he is, you know, losing a father at 7 years old, and, you know, me being mom and dad, and just going through, you know, not a lot of kids knew what he was going through, or could put themselves, like, you know, how many daddy breakfasts there was, and daddy days, and, you know, field days, and, you know, daddies come to work and, you know, tell him what they do, and just him just having to sit there as a 7-year-old and just, you know, he could have went and turned and just become like a shit kid and given up and, you know, been really bad, but he's through it all. He's, you know, we've had each other's backs. He's done great in school. He's got really, really good grades. Like, I just found out today, him being an 8th grader, 2 of the classes he's taking, Spanish and algebra, are high school credited classes. So he's already taking. How old is he now? 13.
Good Lord.
So he is in 8th grade, going full-time 8th grade, and taking 2 high school classes.
That's
so
what's
when
up.
he graduates 8th grade this year, he's already got a leg up, and he'll have credits going into high school next year.
That's what's up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Joe, what are 3 things you're grateful for?
I am grateful that I found April. She has been my rock. She's helped me forget about the bad that happened to me for several years that I allowed to happen to me. I am grateful that I have a family that supports me emotionally. I always have somebody to lean on. My mom, even though she wasn't the greatest mom when I was a kid, she's been a really good mom to me as an adult. So, and I'm grateful that I'm not the person that I used to be. I'm not the short-tempered, ready to just go head first into whatever, no matter what it is, whether I'm gonna get hurt or in trouble or, you know, whatever. You know, I've leveled out, became even-tempered. You know, I've learned how to deal with life as it's thrown at me, because Lord knows life's thrown a lot at me.
Life be lifing, as they say. It be lifing. Man, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for doing that. Hey, you ain't see.
Thank you for having us.
Well, I thank y'all, man. This is, hey, look. I'm gonna tell you. This is. I'm gonna call this part 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call this part 1, but it's
We will be back.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be back. We definitely, and we gonna do some different shit, and y'all just stay on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is your boy, the Good Trump, Tory, whatever you know me as, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
Are you new to Orlando and looking to meet friends and explore the city? Join the Orlando Newbie Singles Society. We're a fun and friendly group where newcomers can connect, attend exciting events, and build lasting friendships. Whether you're into local adventures, social gatherings, or just want to find your tribe in a new city, we're here for you. Don't navigate Orlando alone. Join us today and start making memories. Join the Orlando Newbie Singles Society on Facebook today.
Welcome to Orlando, man. Real talk, no games. Truth serum.